guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing two more SpongeBob Miniverse. This one should be the Krabby Patty, and there's a pinhole right here. And this other one should be the Chum bucket, and the pinhole is, I'm not seeing it, right here? Yeah, right there. See, sometimes they have like scuffs and different marks on it. So you have to really make sure what you're looking at is a pinhole. Sometimes they're very obvious, and sometimes they're like a lot smaller. But let's take the wrapper off and see if we're right. I think we're starting with Krabby Patty first, unless I mixed up the two. Let's see, checklist. Oh, frozen Krabby Patties. I love all the special packaging. The table, if you haven't seen it, does have gum underneath it. Hilarious in my opinion. Ketchup and mustard, both with nozzles. The rubber cheese that I hate. The lettuce. Tomatoes, oh my gosh, the onions. Oh, and the pickles, that's very cute. I'm gonna try to assemble this one way differently than I have the other ones. So we'll see how that goes. This are the little spokes to put in here. This goes on top of the pineapple to make the display case, which is really cute. So we'll set that aside. Of course, you got a spatula. And lastly, we have some buns. They gave us two. Oh, so they all have been coming with like little accessories. So we have this little note in the bottle, and I did see a picture of it. I can't remember what it says. I don't know if it shows it on the checklist. Let's look. I have one open over here. It does not. I don't want to open mine though, so that's a bummer. But here are the instructions to do layer by layer like that. I'm gonna build it in this order, but then I think I'm just gonna try to like go around it with ketchup, and I'm not really sure. Maybe I should just super glue it. I don't know. I'll clean up and decide. I think what I'll start out doing is assembling it how they have it, and then just seeing then from that point if it's something I can manage. Because when I made the other burger, and any burger, honestly, that cheese is rubbery. The resin doesn't really like to cure on it. When you put stuff on top, it smishes all the resin so that it goes more towards the center of the patty, where it's never going to cure because it's never going to see the light of day. So that's why I don't like them. I like it when we can make sure it is secure and cured and not going to leak out. I might just cut that. It's being a pain in the butt. Boop. Okay, let's get our bun. Which has sesame seeds. Nice yellow shade to it. So they put the burger patty down first, 2 pickles, yeah, 2 pickles, 2 onions, lettuce, cheese, tomato. Isn't there a song about that, Raylan? He sings about assembling the burger. Oh, yeah, he does. I'll say. Okay, well, okay, these are see-through, so that's good. You know, maybe I'll do the stuff that I know will do well curing, and I'll do it level by level. And then maybe I'll just skip over these rubbery things and not do those, but they'll still, if I drizzle it on the outside. That's what I think. But let's assemble it first, because it doesn't matter. We can take it apart. Oh, I love that. And I would place them towards the outer spot so you can see them from the outside. And then the onions, I would probably put like that. I would cure that, I think. You know, that's difficult, SpongeBob. Oh my goodness. Wow. I could never work at the Krabby Patty. Okay. Then lettuce. So yeah, I wouldn't cure that. I would just lay it on there. The tomato's nice and big and see-through. Love it. Put that on there. And then this goes on. So
you need a secret ingredient.
you could do it like that. Hold it and then maybe put a little like ketchup here running down, mustard. You could do that. I think I'm almost gonna do it half their way, half my way. We're doing a little remix here. That and then pickles. Okay, let's get the nozzles on these. Ooh. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna be making some remixes if I have. I feel like I would have a lot of resin left over, even though these are the smaller bottles. I've been using every bit of leftover resin to make Minecraft swords and arrows and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, pickaxes. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of go around.
I'm a goofy goober rock.
Give it a minute. May not even need this. I probably could have used a toothpick.
Yeah, is it like, is it resin?
Yeah, this one is.
Oh, I thought it was glue, like on the glue.
No.
I gone bring out the glue tomorrow.
I just put it away in your room. I don't like these small bottles. I wish they would just give us the big ones and then just not fill them all the way if that's how they feel. Because you literally can't even squeeze this. It is so hard. It feels like it's already cured in there.
It's already cured?
No, but you can't squeeze it like at all. Look at that.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, we're just going to use a toothpick. Okay, so we're going to go like this. I'm just going to kind of roll like that. And I'll probably do like half of it and hold it like that and then cure it and then do the other side. Just like that, just so it fuses together. So I went around the whole side of it. It has the ketchup on it. And now we're going to put the pickles and the onions on it. And then I'm going to put or drizzle some mustard. And maybe I should do these separately. I feel like they're gonna move and I will be annoyed. Also probably should have put it on one of the tabletops so I can move it over to the light. But we're already here. Ooh, this is a nice mustard color. Kind of dripping it. Oh no, see? That's what I knew was gonna happen. No! There we go. See if we can drizzle. Man. I really kind of almost need like 2 toothpicks so I could kind of scrape it down. Maybe even put some right here on the burger so you can see it on the outside. We're going to cure it like this, and then we're also going to hold it from the side and see if we need any hanging out. Make sure it's touching the patty, and I'm going to cure that. This is what it looks like so far. So everything as of now is connected. Now you do lettuce and cheese. Then the tomato and the bun. I guess I could fuse the tomato and the bun together and then just put this on and then make drips on the outside. I might do that. I think that'll work, right? So this is supposed to have ketchup on it. So let's just put ketchup around the outer part. Try to put it right in the middle. And then I'll just go like this. And I'll, again, do half at a time. And then once that's fully cured, we'll slap it on the whole burger and drip it down the side. So this is what that looks like. Didn't put any underneath it, literally just went around the whole outside and cured it. So now we're gonna see what it looks like. Make sure it's all straight on there. I realized that I put, you know, obviously a lot right here. I wonder if I should put mustard there so it lays more even. Because I kind of think, yeah, there's that big gap there. So I'm going to do that. I just think it's going to help it lay nicer. And again, if I had a nozzle, it would be a lot easier, but we're just going to build that up a bit. And then hopefully you won't see that gap from the side of the burger. It's probably the most difficult part is getting it to lay nicely, really. So I might even need to add more than that, but I'll keep doing that until it lays flat. Okay, I feel like it lays a little bit flatter now, but we could fill in some of these gaps with resin. I guess I could add even more right here. See, it's so easy to sit here and nitpick about these builds. I think we can make it work though. Also, I googled what the message in the bottle is supposed to say, and allegedly it says, "You're a good person, SpongeBob," which is cute. Maybe I'll do it without the bun, and then do the bun. No, I guess not. We're just gonna go for it. It's just hard to see when it's balanced and like not, because there's too many layers. Actually, let's just stick this down with just a touch of resin. See, I like how I could smash it like that and like form it around, but then I don't know if the bun's gonna look wonky. It's a possibility. Woo! Okay, so let's get our ketchup. And I'm just going to connect them. Ooh, I could even drip it like that. Kind of connect it to the other ketchup. And then cure that. I zapped it just real briefly. Then we rotated it, and we're gonna kind of do the same thing here. Just kind of make sure it's connecting. I like a lot of ketchup on my burger, so I don't care if there's a lot showing. I think that worked out pretty well, because now it's a lot more flat, which is what I was going for. I didn't want it tilted. So now I'm going to use a little mustard to connect the tomato to the cheese, and hopefully it's on there good. You don't have to do it all the way around. But you can have it dripping like that. I think that looks cute. This is the final look. I feel like it started off pretty nice and clean looking, and now very drippy, maybe a little messy in some people's opinions, but I do have an extra of everything, so I can make another one if I wanted to, but I think this is cute. I'm ready to make the Chum bucket one. All right, let's see what we got. A bag of dry Chum. We have the other table, which also has gum at the bottom, but it's just plain wood. Instructions. Now this one we get to shape with a mold. And there is the mold, and they give you 2 sticks so you can make 2 of them. It's a nice mold to reuse too, that'll be fun. We have the stuff to make the pineapple again. We have this to mix and then pat it in there. And then I'm sure this is probably the bucket. Oh no, it's the resin, which says raw chum. This must be the bucket. Oh, how adorable. That's so cute. And it looks just like a metal tin, and it's shiny. Has a handle and plankton squished on the bottom. That is so cute. Let's clean up and we'll make this one. Okay, so I did have to study the instructions a little bit. You have to pay attention. So they tell you, which is a good idea, to measure out both of them first and then dump that into the bucket. Add some resin, you don't know how much to add. Mix it up, and then you can pat them down in there. Stick these sticks in there, make sure they're not angled down. Stick them in straight. You're gonna cure them like that, 5 to 10 minutes. Flip over the mold, cure it for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then you should be able to pop it out starting at the head of it and then pull that stick out. So in theory, sounds pretty simple. I love this. If we have a bunch of chum, which we might, I think I might cure some in here, like piling up, because I think that would be cool. I guess so. You can always just put the chum sticks, you know, upside down in there or have them hanging out. We'll see. But this, oh, how funny. Okay, so it is kinetic sandy, stretchy, pink, glistens a little. That's pretty funny. So I'm going to see how that looks. Yeah, that looks great. Do that to the other side. And yeah, we will have a ton left over, but they only give you 2 sticks, so you can't make numerous ones unless you have something like that material, the stick, to put in there. So let's see, that is pretty good. I think that's going to be cool, and then we're going to plop it in there. I did contemplate using a medicine cup, but again, I think it's going to look cool if we cure some of this in there. Even if you just put some at the bottom like that and then put the chum upside down in there hanging out, I think that'll look kind of funny. But yeah, you got a lot in here. Next, we're going to add our raw chum. Probably do not need much of it. Oh gosh, it's like a really light pink. I don't think we've seen that color from them before. That is funny. I'm just going to take a big scoop like that. Again, that might be more than enough, but I'm going to drop it in there and mix. Ew, it does look like ground up meat. That is hilarious. It kind of looks like it's not enough now, but we'll see. I'm gonna grab some and put it in the mold and make sure that it's packed down there. Maybe even need a toothpick to help scrape some of it off of here. I'll probably just fill this one partially and then see how much I can get in the other one. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like there's much in there. Okay, I got a toothpick to scrape this stuff off. And I'll use the spatula to pack it down when I'm done. Obviously look on the underside of it too to make sure there's no like pockets where it's not fully formed. Maybe that's why they gave you so much too. If you, well, no, because then you still don't have sticks. There goes that idea. I like how gross the bucket looks with the stuff on the side though. I think that's gonna look cool when cured. Definitely looks like chum. Looks decent. on the bottom, but I'm going to take this and just press. I guess that doesn't work very well either because it's sticky. That looks pretty good, that one. I could see some like bubbles on the side or air pockets, so I took the toothpick and was trying to press down real hard on those areas so that they would kind of go away. I think most of them did, but I guess it doesn't have to look perfect. But I will use this now. I think it's time for this, yeah. So this will be hard to show, but there is an area there. Oh, see, it's gonna move it all. Maybe I can push in and then kind of re-smooth these out. If you let it go, it kind of does settle back nicely. So I'm just going to put them both in and then let it set there for a minute and see if it smooths out. And of course, whenever you go to cure them, make sure they're in there straight and you don't have them bending or dipping down. Okay. I will try to navigate some of that back down here. Kind of pack it down. And then I'm gonna set a timer, just let it sit for like 5 minutes. We'll see what it looks like. It's only been sitting like maybe 2 minutes and you can see it kind of smoothed itself out. So now I'll cure it 10 minutes like this, flip it over 10 minutes like that. Honestly, I'll probably do like 15 or 20. But yeah, I'll be back to unmold it. So I ended up curing this too because I like how messy it looks. And you could just like leave that in there. But one thing to keep in mind, I can no longer move the handle because the resin on the inside is like stuck down. But luckily I like where the handle is, but if you're going to do that too, helpful hint. Now let's try to unmold these. So I always pull away the sides just so it lifts a little bit easier. And that says to grab by the front of it here and then pull it out. Very easy. That looks great. There's a few tiny air bubbles, but really, I'm impressed. That's really cute. And it's pretty smooth on the other side. Let's take this one out. I love that. And the popsicle stick went in perfectly. You could file down with a nail file any of those pieces that are hanging over. Sometimes they're easy to break off too. Look how cute that is. You can put them in there, have it hanging out like that. Love. So we have our Krabby Patty and the Chum bucket. Leave me a comment, let me know which one's your favorite. I definitely think my favorite is the Chum bucket. But I think the burger did turn out good too, and I feel a lot better about it knowing there's not uncured resin in the middle. So love that. But yeah, I have a few more to make, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.